low. What pitfalls should you avoid for transformational organizational change to achieve desirable results and outcomes in your organization? I'm Akin. I like talking about making organizations fit for purpose and helping people move towards self-actualization. In this two-part video series, I'm talking about what pitfalls should the leaders of a business avoid for transformational organizational change to achieve sustainable desired results and outcomes. In the first video, I discussed 3 of 7 key pitfalls to avoid in managing transformational organizational change. In that video, I noted that an amateurish approach to change management would aggravate pitfalls to transformational organizational change, and I emphasized that such amateurish approach to change management primarily results from lack of insight on the complexity of change management. In today's video, which is the second part of my 2-part video series on pitfalls to transformational organizational change, I will be talking about the remaining 4 of 7 key pitfalls to avoid for transformational change to achieve sustainable desired results in your organization. The remaining 4 pitfalls are failure to envision the reshaping of the organizational culture, mistaking superficial engagement with the leadership for commitment to change, failure to responsively and strategically mobilize intelligence, failure to adequately prepare for potentially paralyzing conflicts. So the first one of the remaining 4 key pitfalls: failure to envision and plan for the reshaping of the organizational culture. Before any organizational change can materialize or be sustained, there must be a healthy and conducive ambience for change, particularly in terms of a supportive organizational culture. The pitfall of not aligning change or any organizational initiative with the right type of culture was what led Peter Drucker to conclude that culture is strategy for breakfast. And when we're talking about culture, it goes beyond slogans, socials, change-themed face caps, and t-shirts. Culture is about sustained behavioral change that transmits as the way of life of the organization. Culture is what is performed on the job and in delivering products, services, and relating to customers and other stakeholders of the organization. Mistaking superficial engagement with the leadership for commitment to change. This usually results from inadequate consultation before introducing a change initiative. There may be some discussions among the leaders of the organization, and a few stakeholders may be consulted. But getting real facts, solid evidence, and real perceptions goes beyond the leaders and a few stakeholders. This will involve engaging with and expanding networks of change-minded stakeholders across the organization. Failure to responsively and strategically mobilize intelligence, rushing into what could be seen as a social landmine is actually the problem here. Failure to gather adequate intelligence for potential strategic cultural shifts in the organization. Failure to shape or structure the management of the change with organizational insight and evidence-based data, part of the problem. In this regard, transformational change could prove disruptive where there is pronounced lack of sensitivity, particularly to real perceptions and emerging challenges, which could actually be stymied with evidence-based data or with responsive handling of organizational insight. There should be flexibility and openness in the transition and change management process. And this is better helped by being responsive, willing to learn, and being strategically accommodating, knowing what and what not to entertain and when to be decisive, and what is solidly backed by evidence, and what is in the overarching interest of the organization. This approach would facilitate collaborative engagements and communication to build goodwill across the organization for the change. Sadly, through lack of sensitivity and being irresponsive, much goodwill could be frittered. Failure to adequately prepare for potentially paralyzing conflicts when a change initiative is rushed through or when its management is not broad-based, limited to a few powerful stakeholders or official champions of change. Paralyzing conflicts may result during the change management process. Concerns, reperceptions, and misgivings that were not initially noticed or were swept under the carpet would begin to emerge and become problematic, and they could be paralyzing when they lead to conflicts between departments or units in the organization. Such departments or units may be jostling to influence the change, regardless of whether it is in the best interest of the more significant change the organization wants to see. What are the few points I hope you remember? 1. Failure to envision and plan for the right kind of culture is a major pitfall to avoid. Before any organizational change could materialize or be sustained, there should be a healthy and conducive ambience for change, particularly in terms of having a supportive organizational culture. 2. Transformational change could prove disruptive where there's pronounced lack of sensitivity, particularly to real perceptions and emerging challenges and difficulties. Therefore, be responsive, willing to learn, and strategically accommodating. 3. When a change initiative is rushed through or when its management is not broad-based, limited to a few stakeholders, paralyzing conflicts may result during the change management process. Soon on this channel, I will explore some tips you could adopt to build healthy organizational support for transformational change to achieve and sustain desirable results and outcomes in your organization. If you find this video useful, please like, share, and subscribe. See you soon. Before you go, if you find this video useful, please like, share, and subscribe. See you soon.